Come on, girl, tell me how you feel.
I think about you all the time. I see you in my dreams.
You don't know the love is real.
Baby boy, not a day goes by without my fantasy.
Come on, girl, tell me what's the deal.
I think about you all the time. I see you in my dreams.
You don't know the love is real.
Oh, my baby girl.
Yeah.
No, hurt me so good, baby. Oh, I'm so wrapped up in your love. Let me go. Let me breathe. Stay out my fantasy.
Whatever they give me the thing, they're ready for really get to life. Tell me all about the things that you were fantasize. I know you dig the way me step, the way me make me stride. Follow your feeling, baby girl, because they cannot be denied. Come tell me in the night, I make me get it amplified. But I grip for run the ship, me not go slip, me not go slide. In other words, the love I got to give is certified. We're giving the toughest, longest time for ride, girl.
Baby boy, you stay on my mind.
Come on, girl, tell me how you feel. You don't know the love is real.
Baby boy, not a day goes by.
Come on, girl, tell me what's the deal.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now, baby. I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby.
What up, guys? It's your girl Liv, aka Ofleek. Today we are going to talk about how we're going to lock in these next 90 days. We're gonna tap into the winter arc. So the winter arc is basically, to me, hibernation and really just locking in into our goals. I'm almost certain you can change your life in 90 days. In this last third quarter, I landed a brand deal, I got my breasts done, I grew my social media platforms with engaging followers, I invested in my finances, I've invested money into a high yield savings account. I pretty much accomplished a lot of the goals that I've written down in the beginning of the year. So I know that you can, we can together in these last 90 days, well, less than 90 days. We are now in the fourth quarter and a lot can change before the new year. You can literally accomplish all the goals that you have made in the beginning of the year. One thing about the fall and winter season though, it could really drag you into a seasonal depression if you let it.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Woo! Back again. That's right. Loot.
If you are a person who has experienced any seasonal depression before, then you know that this season will snatch you the fuck up if you don't stay busy, consistent, or disciplined in anything that you are doing. This is the season that can make or break you. It is colder, it is darker, it's gonna make you lazy, and then it's the holiday season too, so it's just gonna make you eat more.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rice, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, rat.
So during these colder and darker months, we are going to lock in and set ourselves up for success. Everything you want, you can achieve. I can guarantee you that. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna set clear goals. And I know in a lot of my videos, I talk about planning is such a productive procrastination. However, we do have to plan, but I don't want us to spend too much time planning, okay? I want us to spend more time executing our goals. So we need to understand how to plan goals and how to achieve them. So we need to set SMART goals. Our goals need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So your goals can be related to beauty, your finances, your career, your health, your mental, parentinghood, anything that you want to change, you should add it into your 90-day lock-in winter arc. We want to keep it kind of simple as well. We don't want to put too much on our plate and overwhelm ourselves, because when we do that and we don't accomplish it, it does put us into a slump, and it can again get us into a lazy girl era, and that is not what we want to get into. So let's just keep it simple. In each category that you might want to change, you want to really just have one goal, and then we're going to have the steps on how to accomplish those goals. So what I'm going to focus in my life is going to be beauty, finances, my career. So that could pertain to like content creating my business that I'm building. It could be pertaining to nursing, my mental, and motherhood. Did I say fitness? So beauty, fitness, motherhood, mental, and career. 5 goals, 5 pillars for those goals. Let's talk about beauty, because you guys know I love talking about beauty. This is literally how I started my YouTube channel, is on beauty and being a makeup artist. I think beauty is such a powerful tool, and as women, I think we should always keep up with our beauty, because we have power in our beauty, whether it's from the inside or the out. But again, I am such a firm believer is when you look good on the outside, you feel good on the inside. So take it for what it is. People be like, don't be so vain, don't focus on beauty. But in reality is you feel more confident when you walk into the room, when you know you look good. And when you're getting certain attention, good attention, okay? And people are complimenting you, and they're complimenting your hair or your skin or your clothes or the way you smell, your perfumes. It makes you feel good. So in these months, I want you to think about the things beauty-wise that you would want to maybe change or do better, something that's gonna elevate you, like when you walk into the room, that is going to make people say, wow, look at her. So to kick off my winter arc, I got my breast augmented back in the beginning of September. I got it done in September 4th, which I felt was a perfect time because it takes 3 months for my breast to heal. So by the time the winter arc is going to reach the end, well, this 90 days, my breast will be healed and I will feel a lot more comfortable, because currently I'm still feeling a little tightness, still feeling a little sore. They still need a drop. So it's a process. So if you're gonna do any type of plastic surgery, this is the perfect time to do it if you're really thinking about it. Even if you decide to do it next year during the winter months, I recommend doing any type of plastic surgery in the fall and winter, because this is like the colder and darker months. People aren't really on the scene, and this is just an easier way to hide. You can hide through big coats, big clothes, whatever. You don't really need to be outside because it's cold, it's dark outside. Like, you're gonna pop up in the springtime, in the summertime. It's just the perfect time to just lay low and focus on your mental, focus on yourself. If you decided to get plastic surgery, whether that's your breast done, a BBL, any different like facial things that you want to do. Another beauty tip that I recommend is start locking in on your skincare morning and night. I can't stress this enough. Your 30-year-old, your 40-year-old self, your 50-year-old self will thank you if you lock in now on your facial care. Doing a morning and nighttime skincare routine. This is also the perfect time if you're into chemical peels, because again, you can be inside. Chemical peels, you don't want to be out in the sun, and it's harder when you do this like in the spring and the summertime, because you're gonna wanna be outside, you're gonna wanna do activities, and people are gonna wanna go outside with you and hang out, go to dinners, and it's gonna be awkward to do that when your skin is just flaking off. So this is just the perfect time to hibernate and get your chemical peels. It is the colder months too, and it is a dry season. So moisturizing your face thoroughly, like really locking in that moisture in your face. I think I have like more of a combination. Sometimes my skin can be oily, sometimes my skin can be dry. And in a winter months, like I can even feel that it's fall. I can feel that my skin is a lot more dry. Like my hands right now, I can feel that the dryness, like my feet especially get so dry. So this is the months that you really wanna lock in on really using your favorite lotions, your favorite skincare. Also creating a beauty routine for your hair. Your hair maintenance is super important as well. If you want thick, luxurious long hair, this is also a good time to lock in on those deep conditions and your trims. Maintaining those two things are going to help you with your hair a lot. And oiling your scalp with rosemary. Rosemary is super good for hair growth. Locking in on those vitamins too, and your collagen supplements. Those are gonna help with your hair growth, and that's also gonna help with your skin as well. So those are things that I'm going to be doing during these winter months. And it kind of sounds like a little bit a lot, and I know I said we're going to keep it at a minimum, But I want you to think about your beauty goal and how you're going to achieve that goal. So for example, like I said about the hair, say you want to grow your hair, you want your hair to be long, right? That's the goal. You plan it, you write it out. The problem with people when they make plans is they make the plan, but they forget that they need to execute it. They don't make the steps that need to be executed. So our goal is to grow our hair longer. So how are we going to do that? We are going to massage our scalp every day with those like bamboo or even our own hands. We massage our scalp daily. We're going to use our rosemary oil every day, whether that's morning or night or both. We are going to do our weekly deep conditionings. We are going to maintain our trims, whether you're getting it every 6 weeks or 6 to 12 weeks is when you should get your trims. So those are the steps. And as long as you're actively doing those steps, little by little, read the book Atomic Habits. It talks about this method. When you are applying little by little habits, it starts to grow big results. It may right now seem little, like, oh, I'm going to the hair salon, I'm getting a trim now today, and I don't see the length. But months from now, you're going to see the length because you're maintaining those trims. Oh, I'm massaging my scalp today, but tomorrow I don't see the growth. But months from now, I'm going to see the growth because I was consistently massaging my scalp with my rosemary oil. So that's how you accomplish your goal of getting longer and fuller and thicker hair. My next goal is going to pertain around fitness. Now, if you are like me, you probably want to come into the spring and summer with a banging body. We want to get rid of the back fat. We want a bigger butt. We want a slimmer waist, right? So that's the goal. Bigger butt, slim waist, back fat gone, okay? We can't be big backs up in here, right? So that is the goal. So how are we going to obtain that goal? Okay, maybe we want to lose 10 pounds in these 90 days. How are we going to do that? The steps that we need to take. Diet is super important in that. That's probably like number one. We have to change our diet. So in this 90 days, I'm really going to be heavy on my protein, my veggies, my fruits, and drinking plenty of water. I'm going to limit the alcohol intake. You really shouldn't be drinking the alcohol, but I know that is unrealistic. And again, we want realistic goals, right? So limiting the alcohol intake. I'm really staying away from bread. Staying away from bread is super important. And sweets and snacks and chips. So how are we going to do that with our diet? So meal prepping, setting yourself up for success. Meal prepping once a week will set you up for success. It makes it easier for you to just grab your meals and warm them up. You don't have to do much thinking. Another thing, when you're going grocery shopping, buying the items that you need and not getting those snacks. Another thing that Atomic Habits mention is to eliminate going back to your old habits is to make it harder to obtain. So say you love chips. I'm a chip eater. I love me some hot Cheetos. So I just completely don't buy them because if I have easy access to them in my house, I'm going to eat them. So make it less accessible for yourself whenever you are going grocery shopping. Do not buy anything that you love because if it's in your house, you're going to eat it and it's going to set you back from your fitness goals. So step 2, going to the gym. This is the best time to really go into the gym and lock in because again, it's the colder winter months. We don't need to be on the scene. We are going to stay away from those outings where we're eating late and we are going to dinners and eating these like high carb foods and these nice steaks and drinking alcohol. This is the time where you can stay on top of your diet and stay in the gym. You can wear your big clothes, or if you are like me and like to wear cute little workout say, you can do that too. But again, this is the time of the year where again we're hiding behind our big coats, our hoodies. We don't have to like really pay super attention to ourselves or like draw a lot of attention to ourselves when we're outside, because we have these bigger clothes and we don't have to like down ourselves, like, because oh, like this is not fitting like how we want it to fit right now. But we can just really lock in, like we are going to look the way we want as long as we maintain our steps that we made to accomplish our goal. So far as the gym, I plan on going 3 to 4 times a week. So I said I was going to go to the gym Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. I leave myself room to, like, if I can't go on one of these days, then it's not gonna hurt me. I'm still going that 3 to 4 times a week, and then I'll have my other days to rest. So it doesn't matter if I have to work that day or whatever. I need to be consistent that I'm going to go on those days. You have to build that muscle, that consistency, that discipline. So figure out your schedule. My next goal, as far as my career, I want to land more brand deals, right? And I want to grow a bigger community in my social media platforms. So if that's something you're interested in, and even if it's not, if you are looking to grow your business or anything, your career, you have to add in steps into accomplishing that goal. So I might want more brand deals, and I might want more of an engaging community, but how am I going to do that? The first step is to post consistently, which I already do. So I built that muscle. So I need to just keep reminding myself to continue to do that. Sometimes I have those moments where I feel like I'm just being too cringe or I'm posting too much and people are getting tired of me, but I have to remember what I'm actually doing this for. Another step, I would be tagging in those brands that I want to work with. Brands want to see that you're utilizing their products and showing that you can actually advertise them in a way that is going to draw in other consumers and to get people to buy these products, and how you actually utilize like your own methods and your personality. They just want to see those things. So tagging those brands. I don't really do the whole emailing quite yet, but I might think about emailing brands. But I've had brands just reach out to me, whether it's in DMs or emails. So the goal is to land more brand deals. I also want to be in more networking situations. So like more networking events, like brand trips is a big one for me. I don't know if that's going to happen this year. You never know. But I definitely want to see that for myself in 2025. So again, that comes with showing more of my personality on the social media. I think that's a huge thing for me as well. I want to get more confident behind the camera and just showing my personality and just posting more and really locking in on the content that my community actually really. Clearly my camera is rude and died on us, but I ended up getting a chance to cook, make dinner, eat, you know. So we're back. Last thing I left off on was talking about growing the social media platforms and how to do that. If you guys have any other questions, if that's something that you're also interested in, drop the questions down below in the comments. The next thing I want to work on during my Winterarc is to be a little bit more consistent in my journaling, my meditation, my prayer, just all things that focus in on my mental health. I noticed when I meditate, whenever I wrote in my journal, I felt just a lot more better. And I must admit, I fell off a little bit, but it's because I've been busy with other things. So I do want to find more time in either my journaling, my meditation, or whatever. I feel like meditation has made my life so much better when I did meditate. So I just have to get back into that. So we gotta figure it out. We gotta figure it out. The next thing I want to talk about is finances. Finances is so important. It is so important to manage your finances because financial freedom is ultimately the goal for a lot of people, including myself. So this Winterarc, I am going to be saving money. I don't care what anybody thinks or how it looks. I have to do this for myself. And the winter months, the fall and winter months is a perfect time to save money because again, you don't need to be on the scene. It's cold outside, it is dark outside, You can hibernate. You don't have to explain yourself to other people, versus like in the spring and summertime, it's kind of hard to not go out. So saving money. So the goal is to save money and stay on budget, right? So how are we gonna do that? The goal is to save money and to be on budget. First off, you need to write out your budget plan. You need to write down all your bills and expenses and how much you make, and really compare and see how much money you have left over. You need to be able to put some into your like high yield savings account, and then, you know, have money to play with, things that you can buy yourself. But when it comes to buying stuff, for me especially, like makeup and skincare stuff and even household supplies, my rule of thumb is to wait until it's completely empty before I go buy more. I have a bad habit of just, if it's halfway gone, I gotta go buy another one. Like, no, I'm completely using the product and then buying more. But I already did this. This is how in the third quarter I managed to like open up a high yield savings account and really save money into that, and, you know, make and generate interest, is because I written out my budget and I seen how much money I had left over, and so that's how I spend my money now. I put into like my beauty maintenance as well. That is a bill. Make sure you put your beauty maintenance in there, because it is something that you need and something that is going to make you feel good about yourself. Now, when it comes to like things like my nails, I kind of stretch it. Some girls get their nails done every 2 weeks, but you gotta find ways to like not overly spend on your beauty maintenance too. Just like with me getting hairstyles that last for like 2 months, sew-ins, that helps you save money. So you gotta think smart, because the ultimate goal is to get yourself out of debt. You want financial freedom. You want to be able to take trips and certain things to save money. It's just, you gotta be careful how you spend your money. My other goal is to invest, and I highly suggest too, I'm not an expert on this, but investing in stocks and shares. I've been reading Girls That Invest. It's such a good book. I highly recommend it, because I personally can't teach finances quite yet, because I probably need to read the book a couple of times to really fully understand. But the goal for this Winterarc is to invest in another stock. I already have one, but I want to start investing into more stocks and shares. So that's my goal. Drop in the comments your goal for your finances, so we can all just piggyback off of each other and kind of carry that on for our next goals for 2025. But this is like what we're doing for our 90-day Winterarc. And then if you are a motherhood, I have a teenage daughter, so currently she is in her senior year, so I'm pretty much prepping her for the real world and to be a grown woman who's gonna be going off to college. So I kind of want to be able to prep my daughter and also spend time with her doing different activities. I think that is a goal for me, is to really spend more time with her doing actual activities outside of the home, which is gonna be hard too, because I'm trying to save money, but doing activities that's not gonna break the bank. And number 2, I think a goal for me is to help her get her passport. That's super important. And to prep for these ACT SATs. She's gonna take hers later on in the year, and not a lot of colleges really care for these ACTs and SATs anymore for some reason, because back in my day they were pressed for them. So this is just completely new and different. And another goal for me also when it comes to my daughter is to make sure I'm checking her homework every single day. I come from a space where I was very like a bookworm, straight A student, a kind of like, I really didn't need my parents to constantly remind me to do my work. I kind of was like on my own when it came to stuff like that. My daughter's just the complete opposite from that, and she needs somebody to give her a little more encouragement, to make sure that somebody is checking on her and her schoolwork, and she might need a little bit of extra help. So that is my goal, is to make sure she's staying on top of her schoolwork. And if you are a parent, I do suggest that in your Winterarc, this would be a good time also to spend time with your family. I think family dinners are so important. I remember growing up and we would always have family dinners. I think when you have family dinners, you are able to talk to your children and know what's on their mind, what they're going through, and help them throughout life. Those kind of conversations, kids need that. So if you do have children, I recommend, you know, finding ways to use this season to spend time with your children and to help them grow and help them throughout their growth as they progress on through the years, whether they're children, young teenagers. You want to keep on elevating them in life as well. So those are my goals for the next 90 days. And I hope this video too helps you guys really navigate through your Winterarc as well. I gave examples of like my goals. I gave examples of how to accomplish a goal and how to create a goal. But now it's your time to execute them goals. So make sure you write down your SMART goals and the steps on how you're going to accomplish these goals, and actually execute them, and watch the little bit of habits that you put in will turn into big results within these 90 days. So if you guys like this kind of content, make sure you guys like and share and comment below. Give me suggestions on what other kind of content you guys want to see. I will be putting out content like this because I love to motivate and help other women. And I know like my other videos kind of do a little bit more better than these type of videos, but I hope over time it starts attracting more viewers who enjoy content like this, because I love making content like this. I do this on my TikTok, I do this on, I don't really do too much of this on my Instagram, like reels and stuff like that, but I do put stuff in my stories, but mainly on TikTok, and now we're converting over here into YouTube. So until next time, bye guys.